Like trouble man, more better than young.
Good afternoon and welcome here to All In Sports. We're coming to you live from Nixon Park, the home of the mighty Temora Dragons, as they face off against the Gundagai Tigers in the qualifying final. The winner goes on to take on Young to see who's going to be the first into the grand final, and the loser will have to do it the hard way, coming up against the Kangaroos next week. It's going to be an interesting clash. Neither side is afraid to travel. Gundagai, beginning of the season, round 4, came here to Nixon Park and just got the win 14-8 over the Temora Dragons. But Temora managed to get one of their own back when they went up to Anzac Park, doing exactly the same thing in round 13 in what was a very close clash. 22-20. Temora, a couple of changes this week. They'll get Tyler Madden back this week, which is fantastic. Charlie Bent has been named at hooker, and Billy Reardon, unfortunately, still out and probably won't be back at the grand final, probably at the best. Gundagai will get Joel Field back. He's going to be a massive in for them in the front row. Toby Daisy, after having a massive game last week with a try-scoring double over there at Gundagai, he managed to maintain his spot, and Corey Wilson will come off the bench. As we see the team slowly come out on the field, it's going to be a hell of a battle this afternoon. Some huge matchups. Obviously, the battle of the fullbacks is going to be incredibly important for the Temora Dragons. Hamish Starr, he's had a hell of a year, and it's going to be interesting to see how he goes coming up against Gundagai's Tyrone Gorman, who seems to have his hands on the ball at least once or twice every set of 6. And then we get into the halves combinations with Josh McCrone, probably the most experienced half in the competition at the moment, and his halves partner in 5'8", Will McDermott, come up against Derek Hay and Will Herring. Will Herring only came back from injury last week, but he's already back to playing some really good football. We'll have kickoff very shortly, and we'll bring you the entire game. So thanks for joining us here in All In Sports.
5 is Karen Maker, 6 Will Herring, 7 Derek Hay, 8 Joel Field, 9 Wilson Hemlin, 10 Simon Kapala Fever, 11 is Jake Hay, 12 Trent Hughes, 13 Benjamin Hannon, 14 Jarrett Elphick, 15 is
And we're off. Here in this qualifying final, Dragons kicking off as Gundagai start bringing it out of their own end. Trent Skiers, who always makes a hell of a lot of meters down on that left edge. They continue to get down the blind side with Sarona Cardavu. Dragons going to make him do it the hard way. They gets it all the way up to the 30. Hamblin passes it off to Hay. Passes it off to Hay, I should say. Which, great defense from the Dragons. Up in their face nice and quickly, and cuts off the passing lane, so he has to take the tackle himself. Hamblin passes it back off to Joel Field. They certainly needed him back in the side this week, especially coming up against a very powerful pack led by Hayden Philp and David White. As they put the kick off, and that's a nasty bounce. Hard to see how the kicks are going to go this afternoon. For the 3 games we've had so far today, I think the ball could just about go anywhere with the wind we've got. But it's a kind bounce to the Dragons, and they'll get the tap just on the 25. As they play the ball, passes it off to Philp, who takes it up strong and hard. Met the centre of the park by his opposite number in Field and Koitalakaba. He rushes out a dummy half. Charlie Bent already showing what we could see probably plenty of. If you're even half asleep at markers, he's going to make you pay this afternoon, as they pass it right out wide. But he's met there by Sarona Cardavu and put onto his back just before the 40. Starr passes it off to McCrone, hands it off again to Philp, who just palms him off like he wasn't even there. I tell you what, it's great to see Philp back in the side as they continue to pass off the left. Oh, just a short pass, couldn't quite wrangle it in there, White, so knocks the ball on, and that lets the Tigers off the hook as they start bringing it out. Pass it off to Gorman. Holds the ball out in front of him, but ends up taking the tackle himself. Great post-contact meters, getting pulled down the 45. This time it's Hay. Only came back a couple of weeks ago himself, Jake Hay, and has been played very well, especially last week. This time it's Morgan. Comes in to help out his backs. Come out his forwards, I should say. Continue off left-hand side with Koitalakaba. So far making some great meters. Territory battle just skewing in the form of Gundagai at the moment. Hay dummies and takes it right into the defensive line, getting pulled down on the 20. And Hamblin, pass out to Gorman. He puts a kick, grubber kick down. Ends up in the hands of Joel Kelly, who takes it back. And he's met in the center, but he's very strong, Joel Kelly. Keeps pumping those legs and getting all the way up to the 10. And he's made the mistake. That's not what they needed. Tried to get up a bit too quickly to play the ball. He's knocked it on. So Gundagai getting a gift here within the first 5 minutes and a full set of 6 on the Temora 10. And Hay feeds it into the scrum, comes out, they attack the short side, but they are aware of it. Great cover defense there by Madden. Passing straight out to the left in the hands of Field. Tries to barge his way through the center of the park, but Temora having absolutely none of it. Hamblin comes out under the side. Hay off to Gorman. Dragons not letting him have any room to breathe. They come off their defensive line very quickly and up in their face. Hamblin straight out to the left in the hands of Hay. Offloads it to McDermott, Will Herring, who ends up taking the tackle. Fantastic defensive set of 6 so far. Hay continues past it, cut out pass to the side to Hay. He goes for the line. He gets to the hands of Morgan, who's over. Let's see what he says. I think he's got it. And he's in. I tell you what, take your hat off Jake Hay. He came across, managed to get his arms free, drew the extra man, and then got the offload on the inside to Morgan. And Morgan is incredibly hard to handle at the best of times, let alone one-on-one, who goes down over the right-hand side of the park for the first try of the game. So Gundagai in the first 5 minutes of this Group 9 fixture go to the lead, 4 points to 0 over the Temora Dragons. And you can attribute that try all the way back to the beginning of that set where Joel Kelly unfortunately knocked the ball on in the play the ball and that really shows you how close it's going to be in this game, because the two fixtures between this team, you could probably throw a blanket over the result. So any mistake by both teams is going to give the other side the ascendancy. Difficult kick here for Herring. About 1 metre in from the right-hand touchline. Comes in for the strike, he hits it. And he just waves it away to the left. So unfortunately no conversion there for Will Herring, but the Gundagai Tigers do maintain the lead, 4 points to 0 over the Temora Dragons. And Hamish Starr gets us back underway, kicking it deep over to the right-hand side of the field. Easily taken by Serena Carter, who throws it back on the inside to Field. And getting caught up in the legs there. Comes out of dummy half, throws it to Koida Lakaba. And he runs into some strong defense there by Philpin White. Hamblin again, this time Serena Cartervu attacking the blind side. Managed to get another 10 metres. Making some good metres so far off this set of 6. This time Koida Lakaba, second hit up of this set. The 1-2 punch of Koida Lakaba and Field are going to be incredibly important enough. Was a very good front row for the Dragons of Philp and White. As Gorman puts a kick through. Oh, it's ricocheted off the Dragons. And looks like it's been called as played to. So Hamblin has jumped on the ball and the Tigers will get another set of 6 in Dragons territory. And this time Koida Lakaba puts another hit up. He's getting a power of work done in the last couple of minutes. The third hit up in as many tackles. Hay gets a hold of the ball. Gorman, cut out pass to Morgan. Continues to attack down the right-hand side. Dragons come from everywhere to try and shut him down. As Dacey comes out of dummy half. But he gets manhandled by Joel Kelly, who just throws him to the ground on the 10. Hamblin continue to attack the blind side. Gorman cut out past to Morgan, and he's in. Wow, they made that look easy. That was a beautiful cutout pass there by Hay, and he threw it straight across to Morgan, who couldn't believe his luck. There was no one in front of him because the Dragons had condensed their defence. So the Tigers taking all the advantages they can get and capitalising on them, and they go to an 8-0 lead over the Temora Dragons. And they're certainly not making the kicking for Will Herring any easier this afternoon, because the wind has been playing havoc with kickers all day with mixed results. And this is the kind of game that could really go down to the wire, so every point will count. And in their last two sets of 6 down in the 20, you can see Dragons play not afraid to attack the blind side, and they'll take advantages of the combination between Jake Hay and James Morgan. And you certainly can't bat any eyes on Toby Dacey, because he made his return to first grade last week, ended up getting a try-scoring double, and that was one of about 1,000 things he did last week that really helped him get the win over South City. So as we come down to about 10 minutes gone in this first half, we just see Will Herring going through his paces. Comes in for the strike and hits it. Oh, and makes no mistake of it. Right over the black dot, gets the extra 2 points. So Gundagai having a blistering start to this first half as they go out to a 10-0 lead over the Temora Dragons.
Gundagai's got number 3, James Morgan. Versus by number 6, Will Herring, successful. Gundagai 10, leading Temora 0.
And Star gets us underway again, and Saronikadavu takes it, passes it back off the road to field. Oh, they get off their line very quickly. Great tackle there by McKinnon, throws it back on the inside to Skiers. Much better defence here from the Dragons, really trying to keep the Tigers into their own 20 if they can. Hay offloads it to Koita Lakaba. Oh, great hit. Some solid defence there, great tackle there, Will McDermott. And comes off back on the inside. This time Hay gets the offload to Koita Lakaba again. Still runs, comes back on the inside. Runs into Philpin White. Ends up putting him on his back. Only a couple of metres damage on that one. Hamlin comes out of dummy half, offloads it to Gorman. Attacks the line. But Jimmy Stewart, having none of it, puts him on his back just past the 40. This time Hay puts the kick through on the right-hand side. High. The wind's got it, but that's a fantastic catch there by Star. Ends up taking the run, runs straight at Saronikadavu, gets it all the way up to the 20, gets a quick play the ball, pass it back off the inside, in the hands of McKinnon. And good job. He came back on back against the grain, trying to target some lazy defence and managed to catch him offside. So great penalty and an easy 20 metres here for Josh McCrone, which will see the Dragons get the tap in the 45. Taps it, puts in the hands of Grant Hughes. First tackle already gets him up to the 35. Got to be careful here. They've got to make everything count. They can't let it get too much away from him. Philp this time, it takes 4 just to stop him as they pull him down just shy of the 30. This time in the hands of Chris Rands, who's always done well when he's come off the bench. And a silly penalty there from Benji Hannon, certainly not needed, but the Dragons will happily take that, and that'll get the penalty and another set of 6 on the 20. Quick tap, throws it off the inside to White. Runs at the line, straight at his opposite number in Koita Lakaba. Off the road, quick pass on the inside to Madden. He gets put down, only a couple of metres, 5 more metres to go here for the Dragons. He comes out of dummy half. Charlie Bend comes out, he's close to the line, he's over. He's got to be close. Oh, great scramble defence there from the Tigers. I thought he was over for all money, especially when he hit the defensive line, twisted, and got away from them just a little bit and fell over the line, but they managed to get under him. Great defense there from the Tigers. And Charlie Bett is definitely looking dangerous coming out of dummy half. If there's even half a gap, he's going to go for it. Plays the ball. McDermott passes out the right-hand side in the hands of Rands. Takes the ball up himself and gets tackled right in front of the posts. Couple of tackles to go here. McCrone puts the kick up to the right-hand side. He's targeting, and he's over. Oh, great kick from McCrone. I tell you what, you couldn't have gotten a better kick if you tried, and that's why he's one of the best halves in the league. It was a kick out to the right-hand side. You can see the defence condensed for the Tigers. He was targeting Jared McKinnon over that right-hand wing, hit him right on the dot, and he puts it down to the right-hand side, just inside the touchline. Fantastic try there for the Dragons. They get one back. It's now the Gundagai Tigers 10, the Temora Dragons 4. And the Temora Dragons set that up absolutely perfectly. Just when they thought they were over with Charlie Bett just the left-hand side of the post, but having to condense their defence a little bit, drew the wingers in a little bit. Josh McCrone could see that, so they spread it out wide, and instead of passing it wide, he could see that Jared McKinnon was wide open, and that kick was absolutely pinpoint. And with some of the wind that we've had here this afternoon, makes it all the more impressive. As he kicks literally centimetres in from the touchline. He puts it up. Oh, wow. Couldn't even make the distance. The wind is nuts this afternoon. So, unfortunately, kick just going astray there for the Dragons, but it does get them back into the game. 15 minutes down in this first half. It's the Gundagai Tigers 10, leading the Temora Dragons 4.
Number 17, Ruby Robinson. 25 minutes remaining in the first half. Gundagai 10, lead Temora 4.
And we're off again as they kick it high and a little bit shorter than usual. As he gets put on his back in a hard tackle on the 20. But good way to start your set of 6, certainly, if you can. The Dragons continue to come out of their own end. Gundagai doing their best. Bent comes out of dummy half nice and quick again. I'll tell you what, Charlie Bett, he's only just named in the side this week, but he's already showing he definitely deserves his place in first grade. He's been very impressive so far in this half. Then passes it back off to Starr, who puts a kick in the backfield, trying to slot it between Dacey and Gorman. Oh, Dacey doesn't get the bounce he wants. It goes back into the in goal, needs to come back. Oh, good job. Smart play. He went to the ground because he knew if he kept up, he would have been pushed back. Gorman comes out, comes to ground. And that gets cleaned up by Madden. No, he falls off Madden, runs into Rands. And he manages to get the offload. He passes it back off to Morgan, comes onto the inside. I tell you what, dropping off tackles, absolutely killing him on that play. They come out and they throw it out to the left-hand side with Herring. Throws the cutout pass to Serrano Cardevu. And he makes a break down the left-hand side of the field. Oh, great tackle there by McKinnon. Oh, tell you what, great cover tackle by McKinnon, because if he doesn't make that, then Serrano Cardevu was away for all money. But as it turns out, threw the ball back on the inside. Tigers unable to reel it back in. So Dragons will get the scrum feed and set a 6 on the Gundagai 45. Scrum feed, McDermott throws out the back, and oh no, it's gone behind him. Toby Dacey's managed to get a foot to it. He's still chasing it, and he's got it. No, he's knocked it on. I tell you what, they just cannot keep making mistakes like that tomorrow, because they're going to just allow Gundagai to get back into the match. Got off with a bit easy on that one, with Dacey getting foot to the ball, but couldn't regather it, ending up getting the knock on. So that'll give the Temora Dragons a scrum feed on the 20. As they pack the scrum, McDermott feeds it in, throws it off to McCrone. Cutout pass to Madden. Oh, he gets half a break, but Gundagai, oh, they've managed to find the mistake. Some great defense there from the Tigers. Madden made what was kind of a half break. He managed to get his nose through, but the Tigers held on, and they've managed to draw the mistake. So more pressure piled here on the Dragons as the Gundagai Tigers get the scrum feed just shy of the 30. As they pack it in, pass it out to the right. It's in the hands of Gorman. Morgan. Great tackle around the legs there. I think that was a little hard done by personally, but he's obviously called that Stewart held on a little bit too much. No meters gained as they take a quick tap, and Koitalakabar just, oh, great tackle there from Phil. That was copybook. He just got down low and drove with his legs. That's exactly what they need. Hay ends up handing it off to Field. He ends up running into Hughes, and great tackle around the legs there by Bent, even though he refuses to go down. Gorman, cut out pass to Morgan, looking dangerous here. No, but the Dragons well aware of it. They bring in reinforcements and pulling down just shy of the 10. Hay throws it offside to Gorman. Oh no, he throws it back to the blind side into the hands of Morgan, gets him one-on-one. Oh, I'll tell you what, great tackle there by McDermott. He was very close to the sideline there, but the touchy not in better position than that. As Gorman puts a kick through the in goals. Oh, this is dangerous. Oh, I tell you what, that was a little too close for comfort, but the Dragons get out of it, take the quick touch. Oh no, yes, Joel Kelly takes it. Sorry, McKinnon takes a quick touch, and he thought he actually had to go back, but he didn't. End up costing him a few meters there. They continue to attack out the right. Oh, making some great meters down the right-hand side of the field here, the Dragons. No, they need a quick play the ball here. Starr passes it off to McCrone. Dummies on the inside, throws it off to Rands. McCrone has got the ball out in front of him and throws it out the back. Offloads to Stewart, offloads it to Kelly, makes a break down the left-hand side. Oh no, it's been called forward. I'm not completely convinced personally that was forward, but it has been called forward there by the touchy. So a great attacking play there down the blind side by the Dragons. A combination between McCrone, Stewart and Kelly. Saw Kelly made the break down the left-hand line, but unfortunately forward pass spotted in there from Stewart. So Gundagai can breathe a sigh of relief as they'll get the scrum feed on the 30. And just going through the results from earlier on in the day as we just see the trainers just see to one of the Dragons boys. In the Aramex Sullivan Cup, the Wagga Kangaroos manages to get the win over the South Sydney Bulls 32 points to 12. In the Habibi Chicken Wise Hill Cup, it was the Wagga Kangaroos 18 defeating the Young Cherry Pickers 6. In the Tumbalong Hills League Tag, it was Brothers getting the win on that one, 24 points to 14 over the Kangaroos girls. And in the Burmeister Shield Reserve Grade, the Young Cherry Pickers and the Albury Thunder, it was the Albury Thunder getting the win, 20 points to 10. And looks like Hughes is all right as he just made his way to his feet. So we see the scrum pack in. 20 minutes down in this first half. It's the Gundagai Tigers leading the Temora Dragons 10 points to 4. Just searching for a ball, and there we go. I think we found one. Okay, scrum packs in, and Hay feeds it. Comes out, throws it to Serona Cardavu. Great run as he keeps great post-contact meters as he gets pulled down just on the 40. Hamblin comes out at dummy half, offloads it to Skiers. Some powerful running from Skiers, especially the last couple of weeks. And that's no different as he takes it all the way up to the 50 on the second. Hamblin offloads it. Hey, they come up on him quickly. Great rushing defense from the Dragons. Really trying to limit the meters here from the Tigers. Comes up in defense. This time it's Field. He just refuses to go down. Great center of balance for a big fella there in Field. Hamblin attacks the blindside with Gorman. Puts a kick down in the backfield. Looks like Starr has got it, and he has to cut. He has to go to ground here. Smart play. You can see they were definitely trying to draw him towards the sideline, but he was having absolutely none of it, going to ground nice and quick. Dragons play it up. Starr again comes through the center of the field, dodges back on the inside, runs straight into Hamblin, and they put him on his back on the 30. They really just need to get into the grind now as McCrone takes it up himself. Strong run. Yep, just held on a little bit too much there. Trying to slow down the ball a little bit too much. And McCrone will take that as he'll get an easy kick to the sidelines. A cheap 15 metres, and that's see another set of 6 on the 45. Stewart taps it, passes it off on the inside to Madden. Just charges at the defensive line. Runs into Morgan. Stewart comes out of dummy half nice and quickly. Oh, smart play as he's targeting Morgan. And, yep, intelligent play there from Stewart. You could see Morgan was completely offside. Just ran straight into the back of him, drawing another penalty. And that'll get him another set of 6 on the 20. I tell you what, the Dragons are playing some fantastic footy. They were on the back foot early, but in the second bit of this half, they're really coming back strong. But with 17 minutes to go in this second half, it's still the Gundagai Tigers leading the Temora Dragons 10 points to 4. Bent takes the tap, throws it off to McDermott, dummies, throws it off back in the inside to Rands. Runs straight into Hay. Nice tackle around the legs. They attack the blind side. McDermott passes it off to Madden. He breaks one tackle. He lunges for the line. Oh, but the reinforcements are there for the Tigers. They bring him down literally centimetres short. Bent throws it off to Rands. Offloads it in the hands of White. But nothing doing as Gundagai are up in his face nice and quick. Trent Skiers there throwing him on his back. And Bent dummies and comes off to McCrone. He comes back to the opposite side of the field. Offloads to Bent again. Puts his head down. Charges for the line. Oh, gets brought down. Great cover tackle there from Gorman. And Philp puts off to McCrone. Kicks off the right-hand side of the field. They couldn't do it again, surely. I think he's done it! Wow, I tell you what, that's the play. It's almost a photograph of what happened in the second, for their first try. But McCrone kicks it off to the right-hand side of the field, and they put it down to the for exactly the same try. I tell you what, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that brings the Temora Dragons back in line. But it's the Gundagai Tigers still take the lead with the kick to come, 10 points to 8. I tell you what, Robinson probably can't believe his luck this afternoon. All he's got to do is literally stand there, and I think he can score it. He scored 2 tries so far this afternoon, and all off the back of some amazing kicking and vision from their captain and coach, Josh McCrone. The Gundagai Tigers are definitely going to have to readjust their defence, which is obviously going to make them a bit thin, and then that'll open up the centre of the field for some of the bigger forwards like Philp and White. It's going to be a hell of a game so far this afternoon as he comes in for the kick, puts it up. Oh, just waves it away to the left-hand side of the post. So the kick dropping just away to the left again. But the Dragons have gotten that little bit closer. They're 8 points, but still being led by the Gundagai Tigers on 10. As McDermott gets us underway, puts a kick, it goes short again. Oh no, the bounce is horrible. And you couldn't got a worse bounce if you tried. Lands in the hands of Hay. It was I tell you what, it was a very short kick, and they couldn't have gotten a better bounce if they tried. This time it's Joe Tahafe coming straight through the center of the park. Plays the ball on the 10. Oh, Hamblin comes out of dummy half. Nice quick lunges for the line. But the Dragons not falling for it as he falls over the line, and they hold him up. They'll bring that back to the 10. I tell you what, they're taking their luck when they can get it here, the Gundagai Tigers. And the last couple of times they've been down here, they've certainly made the Dragons pay. Hay throws it off to Herring, who ends up taking the tackle. Great tackle at the top over there by Philp. Plays the ball, Hamblin throws it off on the inside. Oh, strong hit back on the inside on Jared Elphick. Hamblin throws it off to Hay. Comes back on the inside, dodges left, dodges right. Runs straight into Charlie Bent. But they're unable to put him down as he'll play it on the 5. Continues out to the right-hand side of the field, trying to target Morgan. Oh, Joel Kelly. Fantastic. It's like he's a mind reader. He knew exactly where that go. He was charging onto it. Gundagai Tigers trying to put the kick through, targeting Morgan on the right-hand side of the field because they were successful twice already today with that play. But Joel Kelly not letting them get away with that one as McCrone comes out of his own end, taking the tackle just past the 30. Some great defence there from the Dragons as they make it all the tough meters. Their forwards doing some great work through the centre of the field with Maliki Morris as he comes out of dummy half again. Charlie Bent is probably up to about 40 or 50 metres out of dummy half so far in this match. 5th tackle now as they pass it off to Starr, puts the kick up high. He's targeting Robertson on the right-hand side of the field. Oh no, he's made the mistake. Robertson gets it, throws it back on the inside to Starr. Oh, and he runs into Serrata Cardivu. You do not see Gorman make those sorts of mistakes often, so the Dragons really have to make them pay on this one. Comes out of dummy half, pulled metres short. Starr comes out of dummy half again, lunges for the line, and is driven back. They really need to throw the ball wide here, the Dragons. And they've got the penalty. As things get a bit heated on the right-hand side of the field. No need to worry about it, fellas. It's just handbags at 20 paces. They say hello to each other in a very unusual way. But the Dragons will get exactly what they needed, which is a penalty and another set of 6 right on the Gundagai Tigers line. And Charlie Bent taps it off to McCrone. Dodges back on the inside to Chris Rands. Oh, great legs tackle there. Benji Hannon, fantastic tackle. In the hands of McDermott. Offloads it to Stewart. Dodges left and right. Great tackle around the legs there from Morgan. And Bent again targets Madden the blind side. He gets away from one. Does a do-si-do, but still gets put down a couple of metres out. 3 more tackles to go for the Dragons. Bent throws it off to McDermott. Dummies on the inside again. Offloads it to McCrone. Quick pass on the right-hand side to McKinnon. Oh, great defence. The Tigers up in his face nice and quick. That was a fantastic pass from McCrone. As McCrone gets the ball, puts it in front of him, offloads to Philp. Oh, fantastic tackle around the legs. Bent comes out, offloads to McCrone, puts a kick out the right-hand side, targeting Kelly. But unfortunately, just far too long. Kelly not able to get to it. So Dacey makes no mistake, but brings it back. Takes a quick tap. Charges straight at the defensive line, 0 tackle, and they start their set of 6 on the 30. Serrata Cardivu out the right-hand side of the field, runs straight into Hayden Philp. Not a bloke you want to run into, especially in a dark alley. He is a big and powerful unit there, Philp. As they continue to charge it up through the centre of the field, just one out running through Skiers. As they pass it out to the right-hand side, Hay offloads it. It's in the hands of Tahafe. Comes back on the inside. Just some basic plays so far. Gorman takes his traditional 1 run. Every set of 6 you'll see Gorman get his hands on the ball. Wants to make up for dropping the ball earlier on. Plays the ball, throws it off the inside to Hay. Cut out pass to Herring. Cut out pass to Serrano Cardivu. Oh, they've got an overlap as they continue down the left-hand side of the line. He's charging. I think he's in. Wow. They managed to get the overlap down the left-hand side as sees Taron Makem score down to the left-hand side of the posts. I tell you what, they bunched their defence to come in on Serrano Cardivu, which saw them get the overlap. He threw the ball to Taron Makem, who went down and scored easily to the left-hand side of the post. So some great attacking play there from the Gundagai Tigers as they continue to extend their lead 14 points to 8. I think McCrone will definitely have a chat to his boys about the defence because it looked very shoddy, deft on that right-hand side of the field. Not something you're all kind of used to because it made it look all too easy. But a bit of an easier kick here compared to the last couple as Herring sets it up. About 5 or 6 metres just to the left-hand side of the post. He's been kicking well so far. Especially in these wild and windy conditions. Comes in for the strike, he puts it up and makes no mistake of it. Adds a crucial 2 points and that takes him to an 8-point lead. Only 8 minutes to go in this first half. It's the Gundagai Tigers leading the Temora Dragons 16 points to 8.
Try for Gundagai, score number 5, Taron Makem. Versus number 6, Will Herring, successful. Gundagai 16, leads Temora 8.
So far the kicking really making the difference here this afternoon as Hamish Stark gets us underway. Drops it short as well, but Serrano Cardivu makes no mistake of it, takes it and ends up taking the tackle on the 20. Gundagai just continue to keep charging ahead, this time in the hands of Skiers. Only makes 5 metres before he runs into Hughes and Philp. Hannon throws it off the inside to Herring. Offload to DeHay, back on the inside. But doesn't make too many meters, plenty of passes, not many metres. Hannon comes out of dummy half, nice and quick, runs into the backfield. Tries to target Chris Rands and draw the penalty, but some smart play from the Dragons, not falling for it. Get his pulled down by Bent. It's in the hands of Elphick now. Comes back on the inside and looks like it was a lazy tackle there from the Dragons. Definitely not what they needed deep into that tackle count, which will see the Tigers get another set of 6 just past the 50. Gorman taps it and passes it back on the inside. As he charged forward, gets put onto his back just past the 40. So far, Tigers been doing most of their damage on the wings as he passes an inside pass there to Elphick, gets tackled just on the 30. It's going to be interesting to see if they continue to do that. They go with Gorman, passes it off to Hay. Wants to try and get his hands free, puts in the hands of Gorman. Oh, he wasn't expecting that one, Gorman. Probably should have known a bit better because Jake Hayes known for an offload, but drops the ball, and the Temora Dragons will now get the scrum feed on the 20. As we get down to the final 6 minutes so far in this first half, it's the Gundagai Tigers leading the Temora Dragons 16 points to 8. McCrone gets the ball, offloads it. Oh, no one's there. It's in the hands of Hamish Starr. Needs to go down quickly. He tries to keep in the ball. Oh, wow. That's a horrible part. That's an uncharacteristic pass there from Josh McCrone. So instead of starting their first tackle on the 20, they've actually lost 20 metres. They're starting on their own in goal. Chris Rands this time puts his hands up to try and get it. He keeps charging sideways, tries to offload the ball. You've really got to question some of these offloads, but thankfully didn't get a mistake out of it. Comes out of dummy half, Bent offloads it. Oh, great tackle around the legs. But a very good defensive set of 6 here from the Tigers has kept the Dragons so far to their own 20. Bent comes out of dummy half again. Tackle around the legs there by Elphick. Gets a quick play of the ball, offloads it to McCrone. Tries to get a kick off. Really aiming for a 40-20 here. Oh, not quite getting the bounce he needed on there. Comes up 5 metres short. Ball not bouncing the way they needed to so far in the first half here for the Dragons. So with 5 minutes to go here in this first half, it's the Gundagai Tigers 16 leading the Temora Dragons 8. And Sarona Cardavu runs straight at the opposite defence, and he is driven back in a heavy tackle there by Philp. Put on his back. Koitalakaba now. Makes a great charge, some fantastic, makes 10 post-contact metres, gets him all the way up to just before the 40. Hannon comes out of dummy half quick, pass it off to Hay, gets the hands free, pass it off to Morgan. Oh, great cover tackle there by Hay. By Kelly, I should say. Hannon throws it off to Hay. He's targeting the wing. There is no winger back there. But thankfully, the kick is a bit too long. Looks like they'll try and run down this last 3 minutes. And the Dragons will get the new set of 6 with the play the ball on the 10. Bent throws it off to Starr. Unable to get too far. Oh, they try and rake the ball off him, but the ball is gold and Starr is not letting go in it for love nor money. Throws it back off in the hands of Chris Rand, who charged the defensive line. Great tackle around the legs there from Morgan, managed to upend him. Bent comes out of dummy half quickly, offloads to the right, Phil McCrone. As he offloads it and they get put down just on the 30. Not too many metres so far here. I'll tell you what, they're coming off their defensive line very quickly here, the Tigers, not giving the Dragons any room to breathe. Bent comes out quickly, offloads it again. Oh, some heavy defence here from the Tigers. They've got to be happy so far with this defensive set of 6. Offloads it to Starr. Let's see what he can do with the kick. Puts the kick up. It's at targeting Tony Dacey. No one wants it. None of the Tigers have touched it. It's still 5th tackle for the Dragons. I tell you what, it is always incredibly dangerous when you let the ball bounce, but thankfully luck is on side of the Tigers in this first half, as Derek Hay will take the play of the ball just shy of the 40. Gorman throws it off to Morgan, who he's not tackled. He keeps pumping those legs, breaks the tackle, gets another 10 metres, tackled just before the 50. Hannon throws it off to the right-hand side of the field. And it's in the hands of Taron Makem. Gets put on his back there by Morris. Hannon comes out of dummy half, offloads it to Herring, offloads it to Sarona Cardavu. Oh, sorry, Trent Skeers, I should say. Comes out of dummy half, throws it back on the inside to Herring, to Elphick. And he just takes a settler up through the centre of the park. 30 metres out now, the Tigers, right dead centre of the park. Hay comes to the defensive line, offloads it to his brother, Hay. Dacey target him on the right-hand side of the field. Starr covers the ball easily, dodges Dacey as he comes back in the inside of the field. He's still going, Starr. Slippery as an eel, just shucking tackles for fun as they keep attacking this blind side. Oh, great one-on-one tackle there from Morgan. Puts McDermott on his back. They continue out through the centre of the field, this time with Stewart. Oh, a lot of passing, but not too many metres here for the Dragons so far. Gundagai just not letting him breathe as Rands, another run, offloads it. Great short pass to Hughes. He offloads it back in the inside of McCrone. He makes a break down the centre of the field. He dodges in, he dodges one. He's got Sarona Cardavu behind him. Oh, what a cover tackle. Great break by McCrone. As he plays the ball quickly, Bent throws it off on the inside to Rands, who charges the line, cut out pass to Madden, offloads it to, oh no! Kelly has butchered a certain try down the left-hand side of the field. Oh, it's been knocked. Oh, I tell you what, breathe a sigh of relief there. as we come into the last 20 seconds. The Temora Dragons desperately trying to get the feed in. The clock should be stopped here, but there we go. It's finally stopped as Gundagai in no hurry to make this scrum. McDermott feeds it in. Bent throws it out wide to McCrone. Offloads it short pass in the hands of Morris. Tries to break tackles. Gundagai going to do everything they can to slow this one down. They'll get one tackle here, the Dragons, to do something. Starr puts a quick grubber kick through. Comes off the Tigers. They knock it on. But I think that will be the end of the first half. And what's been incredibly close and enthralling first half of Group 9 football. It sees the Gundagai Tigers down here at Nixon Park going to the halftime break, 16 points to 8 lead over the Temora Dragons. Thanks for joining us here at All In Sports. It's going to be an incredible second half because whoever wins will go on to the major semi-final next week, and they'll take on the first place Young Cherry Pickers. And then whoever loses this one will go on to the minor semi-final. They'll have to do it the hard way where they take on the Wagga Kangaroos. We'll see you for more in the second half.
Raffle has been drawn. You're looking for ticket number 0581. 0581. You've got that ticket. raffle. Ticket 0581, won by Brent Mendick from Temora.
And welcome back to All In Sports for this second half of this qualifying final, which sees the Temora Dragons take on the Gundagai Tigers. It was an incredible first half. 3 tries to the Dragons, a try-scoring double to James Morgan down the right, and then a runaway try down the left to Taryn Makem. And then for the Temora Dragons, it was Drew Robinson who couldn't believe his luck for some incredible kicking off Josh McCrone down the right-hand side of the field, just placed it over. Unfortunately, kicking not going the way of the Dragons, but that'll saw the Gundagai Tigers going to the halftime lead, 16 points to 8. Now only 40 minutes stands between these two teams, and to see who's going to take on the young cherry pickers and who's going to take on the Wagga Kangaroos. Only time will tell, so thanks for joining us here in All In Sports as we bring you all the coverage from all of the Group 9 finals across the next 3 and 4 weeks. As Will Herring sets the ball up in the center of the park. Just falling off and falling off again. Third time is a charm, and he kicks it high to the center of the field. Oh, tricky take there by Starr, but he throws it back on the inside to Philp, who charges with no sense of self-preservation. He gets it right past the get on the 25 as they come out quickly, offloading it to Rands. So great meters to start off this set of 6. Second play, the ball just shy of the 40. Bent comes out of dummy half quickly, charges through the center of the field. He's making a ton of meters so far in this game, Charlie Bent. Starr passes to the inside to Hughes. Looks left, sees no one, ends up taking himself. And he ends up getting tackled there by Rakuma. Bent offloads to the lone side of the field with McDermott. Comes back on the inside. Runs into the Gundagai defence. Great tackle there from Morgan. From Hay, I should say. It's in the hands of Josh McCrone. Puts a kick up high. It's dropping a bit short. Serrano Carter, who tries to get to it. Knocks down one player. Ends up in the hands of Bent. Offloads it again. And, yep, it's going to be a penalty. So I think Serrano Cardivu probably a tiny bit lucky there, but unfortunately he did take out the Temora Dragon, which then gets him the penalty. And a new set of 6 right in front of the post. You couldn't get a better start to this second half if you wanted, if you're a Dragons fan. He taps it and hands it off to Philp, who charges at the line. He just tells no thank you to Elphick, throws him off like he's a rag doll. McCrone got the ball at the back to Starr. And he breaks the tackle, breaks 1, breaks 2, ends up running into Rakuma. Pulls him down just past the 10. Bent throws it off to McCrone, attacks the line again, offloads a great cutout pass, he's over! Oh, fantastic pass there from McCrone. He held it up just enough to see the opening there to Philp, and Philp is not a guy you want to get one-on-one with, and he just busts through the tackle and puts it down underneath the posts. Fantastic play there from the Temora Dragons. That gets them 4 points closer. With the kick to come, it is the Gundagai Tigers 16, Temora Dragons 12. Tell you what, Hayden Phillips showing exactly why they missed him those 4 or 5 weeks when he had that broken arm. A broken arm, by the way, I'll have to remind you, he actually suffered in that game at Anzac Park against the Gundagai Tigers. That game was absolutely brutal. I think there was a broken arm and a couple of broken nose out of these ones. So these boys do not hold back when they face each other. He sets the ball up right in front. Kick predictor puts this at easily at 90%. And he makes no mistake of it. Great kick there from Jared McKinnon. He adds the extra 2 points. As we're only 5 minutes into this second half, it's the Gundagai Tigers 16, leading the Temora Dragons 14.
Try for four, score by number 8, Hayden Phillips. Reserved by number 2, Jared McKinnon, successful. Gundagai 16, now leads Temora 14.
I always love to see it when a front rower scores a try because they got too many of them, and I think they're the happiest kids on the block at that point. As the Tigers just set up in the center of the field for the kickoff. Very important here for the Dragons. They get a good set of 6. That's an awkward kick, but taken well there by Kelly. He throws it back off the inside to Rands, who gets up ahead of steam and charges at the defense. Runs into Derek, runs into the 2 Hay boys. Ben comes out of dummy half, offloads it to Hughes. He's short and nuggety, but incredibly hard to tackle. Oh, almost lost that one, but pass it back off on the inside to Star. Dodges left, dodges right, breaks a couple of tackles. Oh, finally gets put down just past the 50. Wants a quick play. The ball bent, comes out, offloads to McCrone. Oh, Skiers comes out of the line to try and cut him off. Does just that and puts him down on the 45. Bent out of dummy half quickly. Offloads it to Maliki Morris. Making some fantastic meters here. Now it's on the 5th. Let's see what they can do on the kick. Offloads it to McCrone. Puts a kick up on the right-hand side of the field. He's targeting Joel Kelly. He comes up. Oh, no, he's knocked it on. I tell you what, Kelly is not having a great day so far here this afternoon, but you just know that's got to change with the more opportunities he gets. So unfortunately, the kick going astray there for the Dragons, and the Tigers will now get to play the ball on the 10. Morgan takes the first hit up there for the Tigers. Only getting a couple of meters where he gets put down there by Bent. Offloads it to Skiers. Runs straight at Josh McCrone, but bounces off again, getting put down on the 10. On the 20, I should say. Only 5 minutes in so far here in this second round. Elphick now takes it up, and he is driven back. Heavy tackle there by Starr. Loads it back on the inside. Trying to use their backs now, trying to use a bit of speed and maneuverability. But that's, oh, finally gets an offload. But, oh, great one-on-one tackle there from Bent. And Gorman now comes up through the center of the park, trying to offload it, does it to Elphick, keeps promoting the ball. Second phase play really making some meters there for the Tigers, but they on the 5th here on the 40. And Hay puts a kick up, drives it deep down. Horrible bounce there for Starr, but he makes no mistake but picks it up. Oh, heavy tackle there through the center of the park there from Skiers and Serrano Cardavu. Tell you what, you want to check your fillings after that one. Throws it back on the inside in the hands of Drew Robinson. Already scored a double so far here this afternoon. He definitely would love to make it 3. He's thrown around in the tackle onto his back. Some heavy defense here from the Tigers. Another offload back on the inside of McCrone. Offloads it to Philp. And charges through the center of the park. And Morgan holds on for dear life as he puts him onto his back on the 45. I tell you what, he was going for an Oscar there, Philp, but the ref is not falling for it. It's in the hands of Hughes. Offloads it onto the right-hand side of the field. It's now in the hands of Robinson. He makes a break down the right-hand side of the road. A couple in front of him. Oh, but great cover tackle there by Will Herring. Brings him down on the 30. In the hands of McCrone. What can he do in the kick? He's targeting Kelly on that left-hand wing again. And Kelly gets it, offloads it to Stewart, offloads it again to Madden, throws it back into Stewart, he grabs it again, he's in! Oh, fantastic play there from the Dragons. It's like that ball was made of lava. They just kept throwing it to one, then to the other. Great second phase play, ended up in the hands of Stewart, who charged for the corner, puts it down, and that will give the Dragons the lead. So we're only 8 minutes into this second half. Temora has been absolutely on fire, and they take the lead 18 points to 16 over the Gundagai Tigers. Tell you what, Joel Kelly, it was about his time too. He's had a miserable luck on that left wing for the first couple of kicks there, but he made no mistake of it. Came down, offloaded it about 3 or 4 passes later, ended up in the hands of Stewart, who made no mistake of it, putting down in the corner. I tell you what, McKinnon wishes they'd make their kicks a little bit easier for him as he takes a kick literally centimetres out from the left-hand touchline. McKinnon comes in, he strikes it. Oh no, he's hit the post. Not a happy kicking day here for McKinnon, so unfortunately doesn't get the extra 2 points, but 9 minutes down in this second half. Temora gets the lead, 18 points to 16 over the Gundagai Tigers.
Try for the ball. Temora, score by number 4, Vinny Stewart. Conversion unsuccessful. 31 minutes remaining. Temora 18, leads Gundagai 16.
As Will Herring gets us off underway. Kicks it down, targeting Joel Kelly, who takes the ball. But they're up in front. They pick him up and driving back. Great tackle there by Field. But I tell you what, Joel Kelly's one strong individual. He's managed to fight against them. Star now as it charges up through the center of the field. Makes a bustling 10-meter run. Bent comes out, passes it off on the inside to Philp. Dodges 1 tackle, dodges 2, gets down low, gets the offload. It's in the hands of Jaden Burke, who's now come onto the field. Offloads it to McDermott, who puts a kick into the backfield. Great kick as he's managed to pick the gap. Oh, but Toby Dacey manages to grab it, goes back into his own in goals. He brings it back. Heavy tackle there from Madden. Puts him down on the 5. That's a fantastic kick there from McDermott. Defense so important here for the Dragons now as Gorman breaks 1 tackle. But the reserves are there as they bring him down on the 10. Quick play the ball now in the hands of Morgan as he tries to does his best to get his team on the front foot. But as strong as he is, only able to get another 5 metres. Gets put down at a tackle of McKinnon. Oh, great tackle! I tell you what. Joel Field went horizontal. That was an amazing tackle around the legs there. And there was nothing wrong with that tackle. It was just a solid tackle. It looked far worse than it actually was. Both sides handbags at 20 paces again, but I saw absolutely nothing wrong with that tackle. It was just spectacular. I tell you what, there's not too many people that do that to Joel Field. And after what was a mistake-laden first half of the Temora Dragons, they've come out absolutely on fire in the second half. I'd love to know what Joshy McCrone's halftime speech was, because it was an absolute perler. And let's just see what the referee says on that, because let's see what happens with the decision here as he just brings out the captains. Probably just telling him to calm things down a bit. And looks like it's a penalty for a high shot. Not sure about that one myself personally, but they've got the penalty here. The Tigers, they start coming out of their own end. Hannon comes out of dummy half. Oh, heavy hit by Morris. I tell you what, the boys have got some fire in their belly now, and the Dragons have come out roaring in defence. Elphick throws it out wide. It's in the hand of Skiers. They get up in his face nice and quick and put him on his back just as fast. Great tackle there by McKinnon and McCrone. Try to untangle themselves as they throw it back into the centre of the park. It's in the hands of Hay. And they're in their face. This defence is outstanding from the Dragons. Gundagai, no chance to breathe, let alone get forward. Is now in the hands of Field. The guy that got upended. I tell you what, strong defence is important. You definitely don't want to draw the penalty from it. It's now in the hands of Hay, who puts a kick in, and it drops short. It's in the hands. He offloads it. Oh no, Taryn Makem, I think he's got the hands to that, so ends up in the hands of Robinson. And looks like it's a restart on the tackle count. Doesn't matter, it was the first anyway. But the Dragons now have the ball for second tackle on the 40. Starr now coming back. You don't want to come too close to the sideline, but oh, look at that. He's just carrying 3 of them. An extra 10 metres gets him over the halfway line. As they pass it back of the inside to McCrone, offloads it to Philp. Only makes a few metres before he runs into Hay. He puts him down just past the 50. Burke comes out of dummy half quickly, taking the mark defence. Philp offloads it to Hughes. Not afraid to throw it around in this second half here, the Dragons, as Burke comes out of dummy half, offloads it to McCrone, comes back against the opposite side of the field, offloads it to Starr. I tell you what, really running the Tigers around so far in this set of 6, the Dragons. Let's see what they can do here on the 5th. Dummy half, passes it off to McCrone, puts a kick. He's targeting Kelly on this left-hand side. Dacey, makes no mistake of it, goes up, takes the ball and manages to stay in. Fantastic take there from Toby Dacey. Was looking dangerous as Morgan. Great shot from the captain. Comes out and just lines one up on Morgan and puts him down on the 15. Great run out of dummy half. Dodges left, catches them napping and makes an easy 10 metres. Quick play the ball. Hannon comes out of dummy half, backs that up with another easy 10, runs into Hughes, knocks him down just before the 40. Gorman throws it back to the opposite side of the field, and they've got some space over the back. Robinson's charging for it. He knocks it back. And it's a knock on from the Tigers. That was smart play there by Robinson because he positioned his ball so even if he did knock it on, it was going to go back towards his own try line. So some enterprising play there from Will Herring. But unfortunately end up drawing the knock on, so the Temora Dragons will get the scrum feed on the 30. And Joshua McCrone feeds the ball into the scrum. Burke throws it out wide to Stewart. Dodges left, but runs straight into the tackle of Hannon. And looks like it was a little bit. That's interesting. That could be very close to a professional foul here because I think he wanted to take the quick tap. He wanted to take the quick tap, but unfortunately the Gundagai player basically just gave him a nice old bear hug. Not quite sure which, they're probably just going to calm it down here, but that one was very interesting. No, one of the Dragons players must have been in front, so they still get the penalty, which is great news if you're a Dragons fan, as Joshua McCrone kicks it with the sideline. That's a fantastic kick, gets an easy 20 metres as they tap it, throw it back on the inside to Starr. Runs into the tackle, offloads it again to Rands. Quick pass it off to McCrone. Short pass to Morris. He shrugs off one, shrugs off two. Oh, great. The reserves come in to help him out, put him down just shy of the 20. He plays the ball. Burke offloads it the inside to Philp. Charges into Koitalakabak. Oh, great quick play the ball. Burke comes out of dummy half. He's offside there. Smart play there from Burke, and now they've got the penalty right in front of the posts as they tap it and hand it off to Rands, who charges at the try line. But Hannon manages to get under him and pulls him down short of the line. Burke, they continue to the right-hand side of the field. McCrone offloads it to Philp. He's already scored one today, would love to make it a second. He bunches off 1, 2, charges towards the line. It takes 4 of them just to stop him. They pull him down just short. They're doing a power of defence here, the Tigers, and they're holding him out brilliantly. It offloads it to McDermott, who ends up dropping the ball, but it does go backwards. Oh no, the Tigers just managed to get a hold of it, so mistake there from the Dragons. As Morgan now takes his hit up and takes the first tackle just shy of the 20. Hannon throws off the right-hand side to Hay. but he only gets another 5 metres before he gets put on his back. Tell you what, fantastic defence there from the Tigers because the Dragons were looking very dangerous. They come out of dummy half. Koitalakabo is back on, or is it Rakuma, I should say. Bent fires up the right-hand side to Gorman, who puts an early kick, going for the 40-20. Oh, he's done. That's out on the full. Wow, and that mistake could not have come at a worse time. The Tigers were under all sorts of pressure in the last set of 6 in the Dragons, and a kick from Tyrant Gorman going astray, going out on the full, so the Dragons will get a fresh set of 6 on the 40. Rands offloads to McCrone, offloads to Morris, who charges straight at Herring, who ends up putting him down on the 30. Starr now takes his turn for a run, keeps pumping those legs. They're just not able to put him down. Most of the damage so far has been done on the wings as McDermott offloads it. Ooh. Some heavy defense there from the Tigers, but they still got Burke comes out. Oh, the pass has gone wayward. Oh, but Rams has managed to clean it up, offloads it to McCrone. Offloads another wayward pass. Robinson's got to get a hold of this. He does. Offloads it back on the inside to McKinnon and on to Starr. I tell you what, this might be 20 metres back to go 30 metres forward as Starr goes across the field, ends up running it. Oh no, he manages to get the offload into the hand of Zach Starr, who charges straight forward, ends up getting, and after about 40 passes, we're back on the 10. Burke comes out of dummy half quickly, aims for the try line, gets down low. Oh, great cover tackle there by, I think it was Koitalakaba. Quick pass in the hands of McCrone. He puts a grubber kick through, aiming for McKinnon. Oh, Serrano Carter cleans it up beautifully. Breaks one tackle, gets into the backfield, but falls over. And Robinson cleans it up, tackles him on the 20. They pass it back on the inside. Makem coming in to help out now, but only gets a couple of metres before he gets put down by McCrone. Hannon throws off the right-hand side of the field. Hay in the hands of his brother, Hay. Into the hands of Morgan, but they're up in his face nice and quickly. Nice mobile defence here from the Dragons. They definitely want to... Oh, no, they go down the blind side now. Ends up in the hands of Toby Dacey, but still no metres on the offer him as they're keeping him within their own 40 so far. They come back in the centre of the field. Oh, big charge. But I tell you what, some heavy defence still maintains it as they're tackled just before the 40. It's the 5th tackle now. Let's see what they can do as they spread it wide. It's in the hands of Herring, dummies. He offloads it, gets in the hand, aims for Makem, and it's over the sideline. Oh, trying something a bit different there, the Gunnedah Tigers, trying to run it down the left-hand touchline, and unfortunately the last pass from Makem just going behind him over the sideline. That's exactly what the Dragons need, and Josh McCrone will play the ball this side of the 50. Burke offloads it to Rands. Charges it forward, and so far the mistakes are all on the side of the Tigers in this second half. It's really making it difficult for themselves as Philp takes about his 14th or 15th run for the afternoon. He gets a power of work done, Philp. Burke continues onto the right-hand side with McDermott back on the inside. Oh, he almost lost that. I tell you what, fingertip control there as Burke comes out, passes off to McDermott. Dummies once, dummies twice. Ends up offloading it for White, who's back on the field. Gets put down on the 25. And Burke offloads it to McCrone. He puts a kick over. Oh, no. I thought McCrone might have been taken out on that one, but the referee said it was perfectly fine, but it ends up in the hands of Tyrant Gorman. All the hard work to do now for Serrano Cartervu as he lines up McKinnon, busts him off one, but McKinnon comes at him again. Ends up getting him around the legs. They pass it back on the inside to Skiers. Ends up going down, making some better metres on this set of 6. He comes out to dummy half nice and quick. Hannon, who runs into the tackle of Jaden Burke. Makem throws to the right-hand side of the field. Hay continues to pass off to Hay. Offloads it to Morgan, making some great metres. He comes back on the inside of the field. Oh, is he? No, he didn't drop it. He's got it. It's in the hands of Gorman. Dummies once. Does a little two-step left and right before running into the tackle of Stewart.
Ooh, close one there, but Stewart hands it back because he was called held simultaneously. Hay puts a kick up high. And Starr comes in, he goes up and takes it. He's made a break down the left-hand side of the line. There's no one in front of him. Oh, there is no one in, but air as he streaks down the left-hand side of the line. The Tigers are not going to get him. Oh, I'll tell you what, he has stood up exactly when they needed him to. Hamish Starr puts it down right underneath the post for the Dragons.
I tell you what, they did not have the first half they wanted. There was mistakes aplenty, but they have made up for it the second half. Hamish Starr, he didn't catch that ball. He damn near attacked it. He jumped up and took it and then streaked down that left-hand touchline. There was no one near him but the Seagulls as he puts it down underneath the posts. Fantastic try there from Hamish Starr. So that increases the lead for the Temora Dragons with the kick to come, 22 points to 16. Tell you what, you don't see that too often in a game when a fullback doesn't catch the ball, he damn near attacks it. And that's exactly what happened there. No concern for his well-being on that one, Hamish Starr, as he jumped up to get that one. And yeah, just made the break and streaked down for the try. Take your hat off of that one. He's going to need a half hour's worth of rest after an 80-metre run, Hamish Starr. But as McKinnon takes the kick, set up right in front, kick to predictor puts this at 99%. The wind is with him. And every point is going to be crucial here this afternoon. And he makes no mistake of it. Adds the extra 2 points exactly when they count. So that increases the lead for the Temora Dragons here at Nixon Park, 24 points to 16. And you can really see how much this game means to both sides. And every mistake, these sides are so good that every mistake the other side makes, they certainly are made to pay for it. And we've seen that in the first and second halves here this afternoon. As Will Herring gets us underway with another kick. Oh no, they let it bounce. They can't let it bounce too much. Oh no. I tell you what, that is a fantastic kick there from Will Herring. Unfortunately, Joel Kelly just couldn't get to it, let it bounce, bounced over the dead ball line. So now, probably the best possible result for the Tigers after back-to-back tries here from the Dragons. They will now get the dropout in a fresh set of 6. Starr, the try scorer, gets us underway, kicks us deep. Ends in the hands of Hay, throws it back on the inside to Rakuma. I should say Koitalakabar gets put on his back. Hay offloads to the inside to Field, who's back on the field. Sorry, no pun intended on that one. As Jaden Burke gets in there to help out. You've never seen a bigger mismatch in your life when you line up Burke against Field as they continue to pass it out to the left-hand side of the field. Just happy to set up for a couple of tackles here, the Tigers. Hay's got his ball, pass it off to Gorman, offloads it to Hay. Oh, great tackle around the legs there. Another quick play, the ball targeting Morgan. They get into Morgan, charges for the line, offloads it again to Gorman. Dodges left, dodges right, but he ends up running into Tyler Madden. And they put him down just inside the right-hand touchline. So they continue to take cut-out pass there to Hay. He dodges back in the inside, puts the kick through. Oh, but tell you what, McCrona's right where he needs to be. Oh, he dummies it. Great dummy for McKinnon. He sold that like a cheap suit and then ended up great a couple of metres. Gets and tackled just past the 10. Robinson comes out. He's got to be careful of the sideline here, Robinson, but they drive him back. Skiers gets underneath in a complete mismatch, but some fantastic defence. Oh, great run there from McCrone as they try and steal the ball off him, but nothing doing. He's not letting go of it. His vice-like grip getting tackled on the 30. Burke comes out of dummy half, makes a quick break, offloads to Phil, and he makes a half break in the backfield. It's only him and the fullback. Is he going to get it? Goes past it. He's breaking tackles for fun, finally getting put down.
Fantastic there for a run from Hayden. Phil Burke comes out of dummy half out the side to McDermott. And oh no, intercept there by McDermott. Managed to get the offload. Ends up in the hands of Will Herring. So all the good work undone by a fantastic intercept there from James Morgan. Like in the thief in the night, just come picked it. And now in a topsy-turvy game, the Tigers are now on attack. I tell you what, if you can pick which way this game's going to go, you're either psychic or a liar, because just about anything could happen. And it just shows what sort of motor Hayden Philp's got on him, because I'd be dead if I had to run that sort of miles if I was a forward. As we just see the Tigers the trainer come on just to see what's happening. Each player just gets a bit of a lung full of air and a mouthful of water. And as we just give you a quick recap on the results that happened earlier on in the day. In the Aramex Sullivan Cup, it was the Kangaroos defeating the South Sydney Bulls 32 points to 12. In the Habibi Chicken Wisehill Cup, the Kangaroos getting the win again over Young 18 points to 6. And Tumbalong Hills League Tag, the girls' league tag, the brothers getting the win in that one over the Wagga Kangaroos 24 points to 14. And in the Burmeister Shield Reserve grade, the Albury Thunder managing to get one over the Young Cherry Pickers 20 points to 10. It certainly has been a game of two halves so far as we just wait for the trainers on the field. The first half, it really was all the Gundagai Tigers. They had all the front runners. They went into the lead 16 points to 8. It really was a mistake late in half there for the Dragons, but I'd really love to know what sort of halftime speech Joshua McCrone gave the Dragons boys in halftime, because they have come out firing in the second half. Just scored back-to-back tries to not only make up the difference and take the lead. So with only 13 minutes to go in this second half, they currently have an 8-point lead over the Tigers, 24 points to 16. And remember, whoever wins this game will go on to take on the number one Young Cherry Pickers, and that game will be at Young next week in the major semi-final, and whoever wins that will get the fast pass right to the grand final and that all-important week off. Because this time of the year, everyone's got little niggles and injuries, so any week off you can get is going to be absolutely invaluable. So that's why both sides are going to try so hard to win this game this afternoon.
And looks like the trainer's just looking after Toby Dacey, who took a heavy hit in that tackle. But he's got the best care as they just take care of it in the center of the field. Well, good news is he is on his feet, but unfortunately that was a heavy knock, so that will be his game done for the day. Unfortunate there for Toby Dacey, because he's been in magnificent form the last couple of weeks. He's done everything he could for his side, so he can hang his head high as he makes his way to the sideline. And that's going to be an unfortunate injury there for the Gundagai Tigers, because he's been fantastic on that right-hand wing for them. So they'll do a quick reshuffle of the back line as we just about wait for things to get underway. Only 13 minutes to go in this second half. 8-point lead to the Temora Dragons, 24 points to 16. Gundagai Tigers on the attack. 13 minutes to go. Let's see who wins. Hannon, they come out of dummy half, throws it back on the inside to Elphick. Turns his back to the defence, only makes another couple of metres, gets put down on the 40. Comes out, throws it back on the inside to Field. Oh, great tackle around the legs. Thundering down past the 50. Gorman offloads it back on the inside to Joe Tahafe. Finally gets put down on the 35, making some great metres in this set of 6. It's the 5th tackle. Let's see what we can do. Hay puts the ball up high, right at the centre of the park, targeting Josh McCrone. Oh, they let it bounce. That's always dangerous. It ends up, and who ends up with it? Hayden Filt. I tell you what, he's having a hell of a game. He's making 40-metre breaks for fun. He's already scored 1 try, and now he's got the ball back for the Dragons. As they take the second tackle just shy of the 30, they continue out to the right-hand side of the field with Madden, who just bounces off one. Just brushes off Hay like he's not even there. Stewart now comes in for a run, comes back into the centre before getting put it down on the 45. Couple more tackles to go here. It's in the hand of Rands, offloads it to McCrone, and he makes a break in the inside. He's got Hughes with him. He offloads it. Hughes gets it one arm, makes a break. Gorman to go. Oh, fantastic defence there from Gorman and Herring. Hughes wants to get a quick play the ball, offloads it to McCrone, passes low, again to Burke. Oh no, Burke's put it down. They tried to do things just a bit too quickly. I think the Tigers managed to slow that ball down just enough, and they tried to push the pass to Burke, who just couldn't rattle it in. So Gundagai Tigers can breathe a sigh of relief there as they get to play the ball on the 10. Tahafe now takes the run up, gets put on his back, only able to make a couple of metres. Comes out of dummy half again, offloads to Morgan. Great metres there on the second tackle on the 25. Offloads again in the hands of Gorman. Hay offloads it to Field. And he is stopped dead in some solid defence. Great tackle there from Hughes and McCrone. They come back on the blind side. Oh, he juggles it, but managed to get his hands back on it. Great hands there from Herring. And Hamblin offloads it again to Skiers. And that is the 5th tackle. Only able to get up to the 40 as Hay continues to kick, puts a short kick up the right-hand side of the field. Oh, it is pinpoint. It lands in the hands of Morgan, and he is dangerous in these situations. Offloads it back on the inside. Offloads to Gorman, who puts a kick through again. It ricochets back in the hands of Gorman. Morgan now puts a kick, and he's in. Wow. I tell you what, about 500 passes in that one, a couple of kicks, 3 ricochets, and after all that, it ends up in the hands of, I think it was Jake Hay. Morgan offloads it, made the original breakdown the right-hand touchline, threw it back on the inside to Hay, who threw it back off again, and after about 43 other passes, it ends up in the hands of Jake Hay, I think, who ends up coming down to the right-hand side of the posts. Tell you what, some attacking flair there for the Gundagai Tigers. It gets them one back as we come into the final 10 minutes, but it's still the Temora Dragons 24 leading the Gundagai Tigers 20. very important kick here for Will Herring. And we saw Jared McKinnon have all sorts of hassles trying to kick into the breeze from this end. And he's going to need to kick this 2 points too, because if any of these previous two games are anything to go by, every single point is going to make the difference here this afternoon as we come into the final 10 minutes. And he goes up, he puts the kick, and he waves away the right-hand side of the posts. And all the local fans here just letting him know how much they appreciate his effort. As he misses the 2 points, but that gets the Gundagai back into the game. But it's still the Temora Dragons 24, leading Gundagai 20. As Hamish Starr gets us underway, kicks it a little bit short. They offload it, puts it in the hands of Koitalakaba. Charges straight heavily at the line, keeps pumping those legs. That's a fantastic run off the kickoff. So Rakuma, Rakuma it is. He tries to get up and run too much, but on the first run, they're starting it on the 35. Gorman offloads it to field. Great one-on-one tackle there with McCrone, who stops him dead in his tracks. I tell you what, I think Josh McCrone trying to apply for an Oscar there, but the referee not falling for it. Quick play the ball in the hands of Field again, who takes a run out of dummy half. You don't hear that too often. And he runs straight into David White and Hayden Philp, who stopped him dead in his tracks just on the 45. They need to get off him quick. You cannot make a mistake here now. It's in the hands of Elphick. Comes back on the inside. Tackled there by Rands. And back got Hamlin, and goes it off into the hands of Herring. He puts a kick down in the hands of Robinson. He needs to hold on to it, and he goes down. Smart play there from Robinson. As McKinnon now comes out of dummy half, dodges left, comes back against the grain. Great hard run there from McKinnon, gets all the way up to the 20. These are the toughest runs to make as Philp now puts his hands up. Oh, but some strong defense here from the Tigers. Certainly got some wind in their sails after scoring that last try. Madden it is now. Breaks one tackle, runs into Hamlin, still keeps running, keeps pumping the legs. Oh, fantastic run, getting him all the way up to the 50. Burke comes out of dummy half, runs into the backfield, offloads it to McKinnon. Oh, some great play here for the Dragons. On the fifth tackle now, this kick very important. McDermott offloads into McCrone, back on the inside to Bent, offloads it on the right-hand side, and the pass goes down to Kelly. Unfortunately, that pass from Bent, I think, was about 400 metres forward, so definitely not on Joel Kelly on that one. Either way, it ends up in the hands of the Gundagai Tigers, and they'll get a fresh set of 6 on the 30. 6 minutes to go now. The clock is the enemy of the Tigers as the Dragons still maintain a 4-point lead, 24 points to 20. And both sides definitely come into this clash with their injuries. I think Gundagai probably more so. Remember, they've got no Roy Stout, no Lukey Berkery, and Jack Schubert as well. As we finally get underway, comes out the right-hand side of the field in the hands of Tahafe. Makes a tough run. Ends up taking the first tackle on the 40. Continues to spread it to the centre of the park. More Gorman, I should say. Oh, Jaden Burke not falling for it as he tackles him just past the 40. They come out of dummy half. Hamlin dodges left, dodges right, runs into Charlie Bent. I think out of the two of them, he was the only one that actually was onside, so unlucky there. Gorman continues out of dummy half, charges towards the defensive line, making some easy meters out of dummy half here, the Tigers. Wow, make a wish on that one. He almost had a leg going each direction. As they continue out in the hands of Herring, he throws it back on the inside to Skiers, who puts it down. Oh no, I'm not sure he knew that was coming. Skiers came off his right hand and goes forward. Just what the Dragons need as Rands comes out and charges forward through the centre of the park. As we finally clock down to the final 6 minutes,
Dragons need to play some very sensible football. No mistakes needed here at this point of the game. Gundagai Tigers are going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at them at attack and defence. Burke continues out of dummy half, throws it on the inside to Philp. Oh, makes some fantastic metres. Bustling run all the way up to the 40. In the hands of Bent. Offloads it. Oh, quick down. Great hands by Hughes, who offloads it again to Stewart, who dodges one tackle. Loses his footing, ends up coming down. Burke comes out in the hands of McCrone. He puts a kick down, grab a kick into the backfield, targeting for Gorman. McKinnon is up there, and he gets met in a strong tackle by McKinnon and Hughes. They put him down on the 20. Defense is the name of the game, and I tell you what, some of these Tigers forwards are very tired because they're just only getting back on side as Saranakardavi takes the tackle. Hamblin throws it back on the outside to Morgan. He's dangerous here, Morgan. You can't let him run too much, as they put him on his back just shy of the 30. Hay, I think it is. He makes, he got his nose through, but he had no one with him. Makes a quick play of the ball. Hamlin comes out of dummy half, takes himself. Oh, great tackle around the legs there from McDermott. Oh, I think that's a little bit harsh. I think he's probably, I'd probably disagree on that particular call, but the referee has seen it as grabbing the back leg. I tell you what, put him in for an Oscar for that one. Ends up drawing the penalty, and the Tigers will now get a fresh set of 6 in the 40. Rakuma charges at the defensive line, gets all the way up to the 30 as they spread it out wide in the hands of Field now. Charges at Josh McCrone, who is so solid in defence, ended up puts him on his back just shy of the 20. They continue to attack here, the Tigers. Hey, charges at the line, just couldn't get off the pass. Great cover tackle there by Rands. Hamblin offloads it to Gorman. Back on the inside to Harfe. Oh, pulls him bound just short. Grant Hughes comes across in cover. Gorman attacks the line. Oh, tell you what, McDermott. Crowd on the edge of their seats as Gundagai continue to attack. They put the grubber through into the backfield. Oh, it's covered there by McCrone. I tell you what, just when you need him, he is always there, Josh McCrone. And like a pinball, he just keeps bouncing off one defender and after another and gets them all the way up to the... No, there's been a knock on. It must have been when he went to ground, because I can't exactly see where that happened, but it must have been when he went to ground in a heavy tackle. So after some fantastic cover there from Josh McCrone, grabbed the ball and came straight up to the 10-metre line. Some heavy defence there from the Gundagai Tigers has managed to draw the ball loose, and they now will get the scrum feed on the 10. As we come into the final 3 minutes, it's a 4-point game. The Dragons, 24 points to 20 over the Tigers. Watch out for their key strike weapons in here. You'll be looking for Hay, Gorman, and Morgan, especially if they spread out to the right. And looks like it's where they're going. Gorman throws it back on the inside to Rakuma. Takes a heavy hit there from Philp before getting tackled on the 10. Hamblin offloads it back in the inside to Hay. Doesn't make many metres. Great defence from the Dragons. They're up in their face nice and quick. Hamblin comes out again. Dummies. Offloads to Hamblin. Oh, Herring takes a lunge with the line. Great cover tackle there by Philp. Comes out dummy half, tackles it, it goes to Hay again, just short of the line again. Some great scrambling defence here from the Dragons, holding on with their fingertips. Hay offloads it to Gorman, offloads it quickly again. Oh, great ball and all tackle to Joel Kelly. He saved a certain try there. Fantastic there from Kelly. Gorman's now got his hands on the ball. He dummies. He comes back on the inside, targeting the right-hand side. The pass goes wide. Oh, wow. Incredibly important play there from Gorman. He was targeting Morgan down that right-hand line. He just wasn't there through the pass, and it bounces over the sideline. So as we come into the final 2 minutes, the entire crowd is on the edge of its seat. Temora Dragons, 4-point lead over the Gundagai Tigers. 1 minute, 40 seconds to go. I tell you what, if anyone drops the ball now, Joshua McCrone's going to make them run 50 laps each. As Grant Hughes now comes off his line, these are going to be the hard yards here for the next 90 seconds. Play the ball as slow as you can, fellas. That would be my advice. Oh, he gets down very low. Heavy tackle in the center of the field there by Field. Offloads it, now in the hands of Rands. And he gets put on his back. That's certainly not one guy you don't want. Sorry, Phil, you don't want to get him one-on-one. And McCrone ends up putting the ball deep, targeting the right-hand side of the field. No, it's out on the full. Oh, that's very smart play there from Morgan, because the rule is if you actually put your foot out and touch the ball, it's still counted as going out on the full. I tell you what, they've just made it difficult for themselves now, counting down to the last 45 seconds. Gundagai playing the ball on the 40, 6 tackles. Let's see what happens. They pass it off the field. I tell you what, they're going to be desperate here. Gundagai, they're going to throw everything they can at this defensive line. The Dragons so far have not broken. Hay offloads the ball to Gorman. But great tackle there by Madden, throws him down on the 25. 20 seconds to go now. Emlyn comes out of dummy half, ends up in Hay. Oh, Gorman in the hands of Rakuma, does a little two-step, runs straight into the line. They need to put him down here. Actually, better yet, keep him moving. That way you don't have to keep the tackle. 10 metres now. Hamlin comes out, offloads it to Hay. He dodges left, dodges right, comes through the centre of the park. Oh, great cover tackle there by Hughes around the legs. 4 seconds to go now. 1 tackle left. It's in the hands of Herring. He puts a kick through. It dodges off. And they've done it! The Temora Dragons, they hang on by the skin of their teeth. I tell you what, the Tigers threw everything they could at the Dragons, but the Dragons held solid. And they get the win, going through to the major semi-final against the young Cherry Pickers. 24 points to 20 over the Gundagai Tigers. I tell you what, this is one of the greatest games of Group 9 football you're going to see all season. But I tell you what, tune in next week, because looks like the Dragons are going to take on the Cherry Pickers, and based on their last 2 games, it is going to be an absolute perler. So as both teams shake hands, it's been an almighty day down here at Nixon Park. Thank you so much for joining us here at All In Sports. This is Deucey saying goodbye. We'll be back again next week, showing everything from the minor semi-finals and the major semi-finals. So in first grade, that will see the young Cherry Pickers in the major semi-finals taking on the Temora Dragons to see who's going to have the right to be the first one to go into the grand final. And then that, of course, sends the Gundagai Tigers into the minor semi-final against the Wagga Kangaroos. Thanks for joining us. This is Deucey signing off, and I'll see you next week.